Thanks for inviting me here today. When this pandemic started, we really, as an adult with disability community, didn't know how we were going to get things going. It was a very scary time, a little before now in March of 2020, on how we were going to keep anything going. We didn't know how bad this pandemic was going to get. We didn't know how we were going to keep things moving, but what we did know is we had an amazing group of community providers and leaders in the community, but also an amazingly brave group of adults with disabilities and other abilities who were going to see this through by sticking together and reaching out to one another. And you guys are a prime example of who those people are. And I want to thank you for being those people and for regrouping and doing what you had to do to stay connected to one another. What we're facing going forward as we reopen is, how do we use this pandemic to figure out how to improve services in the community, how to make what were, for example, day programming, more person-centered, more focused on individuals, more community-based, not to go back just to center-based, but how to get services that help people who need employment, to find that makes your employment services more focused on individuals, more person-centered, more vocational in terms of individuals, how to open up technology that helps you rely on a technology where that helps you not to have staff all around when you don't need it, or how to target staff when you do to meet your needs in a better way than we ever have before. That's what we're focusing on going forward. How to be able to identify with each individual on saying, what is it that you want, not what do we have to offer? We have a number of advocates in the community, and advocates in action know that better than anybody, but no one is a better advocate for change than the very adults with disabilities are themselves. No one quiets a room down more than you do to help everybody else who thinks they know better than the actual individual who needs services themselves, because we can't argue with you. No one, no parent, no guardian, no state leader, no provider can speak better for you than you can speak for yourselves. I promise you that is the absolute truth. Because when you say, excuse me, but that's not true, this is what happens when I experience a service, a regulation, a rule, or an event. This is what it feels like to be me. There's nobody who can argue with you, because only you know best, because you're experiencing those very things. And when that happens, the people who are funding the service, the people who are delivering the service, the people who are regulating the service have to stop and say, we need to do this better, because Matthew or Deanne or Andrew or Lisa or Jillian know what they're talking about, because they're the recipients of that. We all want to do a better job. We're all here because we want what's best for you. But when you tell us what's best for you, we have to listen. So I want to thank you for having the courage, the wisdom, the intelligence, and the stamina to continue to work with us to help make your services better. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for being leaders and for wanting to take your leadership and be peers to other people to help them be leaders. And thank you all for coming to this conference and being a support to every individual that's here today. I appreciate it.